So, quick video on the new changes that are coming to the transition from KVK3 to Season of Conquest that Lilith's games are making. Basically, what they are saying is from KVK3 onwards, we will be putting those kingdoms into specific pools where they'll have to complete 3 KVKs that are predetermined and that can be changed with only native kingdoms in that area. So that means no more sleepers coming in from Season of Conquest KVKs that are going to ruin your KVK3 to Season of Conquest transitions. So I'll be first talking about the unbiased perspective and just how healthy this is for the game, and then I'll be discussing my point of view from my account in KVK4 currently. So the first point. A new season of Expedition has been added. When a kingdom completes Lost Kingdom Season 3, they will enter the Season of Expedition, which contains 3 Season of Conquest stories that must be completed in order. So you have to complete these in order, and as you can see in point 2, it says kings cannot selectively register for stories. I highly doubt it's going to be 3 heroic anthems in a row. That would be very boring. Another key point here is they will not be matched with Season of Conquest kingdoms, which are not in the Season of Expedition. So again, that means like the 1 or 2 year old accounts can't just smurf on you with like better gear, better armaments. Just higher account age is such a big advantage in these early game scenarios that they will ruin your KVK essentially. And then the section below here will be discussing the Season of Expedition and Imperium Kingdom migration changes. This point right over here, number 1, Season of Conquest governors cannot immigrate to kingdoms in the Season of Expedition, Season 2 or Season 3, is probably the biggest change they've ever made to migration in the history of Rise of Kingdoms. This is extremely healthy for the game, especially for low spenders, because, number 1, they don't have to spend Alliance passports to replay KVK4 because that's no longer possible, right? This eliminates the factor of migration and just how like sleepers coming in from their KVK5, KVK6 coming back to replay KVK4, that heavily swayed the tides of which side in the KVK was gonna win. So with that factor removed, it should be slightly fair. The problem that comes to mind with this change is that if it's the same 32 kingdoms in the pool for all 3 KVKs in the Season of Expedition, that's going to get pretty boring, and also the winner of the KVKs might just accumulate all the good players, and then all the other kingdoms that have less chance of winning will have the players demotivated because they probably can't get into the top KD and then they'll probably quit. So there are some balancing issues that come to mind, but we'll have to see what Lilith decides to do. So as you can see here, it says the top 8 Season of Expedition kingdoms by power will become Season of Expedition Imperium kingdoms. I don't know how they're gonna make matchmaking based off of this, but I'm guessing it's either gonna be 1 Imperium in each camp across 2 KVKs, or they stuff 2 Imperiums in each camp in an A seed, and then there's also a B seed KVK with no Imperiums. Okay, this number 4 point right over here is actually a pretty good quality of life change for the game. Governors can immigrate as a team to Season of Expedition kingdoms only if team members are also in the Season of Expedition. So this basically helps with the recruitment process and just how migration is sorted. If you did not know, people in migration servers normally ask the potential migrants to say if they are migrating individually or in groups. So this new quality of life update will probably just help the migration officers have an easier time sorting who is coming in individually or in groups. The final change here is number 5. For kingdoms entering Season 3 after the version update, the achievement reward for final occupation of the Great Ziggurat will be changed to Special Inscription Choice Chest. This is very nice as it allows the newer players to accumulate more special inscriptions and catch up with the older players. So Darp, how does this affect your own account? Well, with the replay of KVK4 no longer being possible, I can't replay KVK4 after my KVK4 that I'm currently in. And the worst part is, my KVK4 does not count as the Season of Expedition currently. If we take a look at here, it says Season of Conquest governors cannot immigrate back to Season of Expedition. I currently count as a Season of Conquest kingdom, right? KVK4, your first KVK4, counts as a Season of Conquest. So therefore, I can't actually go back and play the Season of Expedition either. I'm just stuck between a rock and a hard place here. The plan to minimize the damage is actually to just stay in 08 for another KVK or 2, hope that we don't get matched against high Imperium KVKs, and just farm gold chests for a while. This does mean it dramatically lowers the chance of winning KVK, which will noticeably stunt my account. After staying in 3908 for 1 or 2 more KVKs after this one, I'll probably migrate to a low B seed KVK just to make it easier to like get top honor, maybe get an autarch, stuff like that. It's just more beneficial for my account. Also, it is better to stay in a lower competitive region than a really high competitive region when I'm looking to push Zenith next year. Hopefully they make some adjustments to the limitations so that it's not based on which kingdom you are currently in, but rather your account age. But I feel like it's just this bracket, these 32 kingdoms specifically, we are mega fucked because of this change. We can't replay KVK4, and we are forced to enter Season of Conquest with these high seeds in the next KVK. Let me know your guys' opinion on this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.